it again.
Views from the friend zone. I'm trying to reach the end zone. You think I'm kinda sweet and you wanna be friends though? It's cool though. Just don't try to play me for no fool, yo. Views from the friend zone. I'm trying to reach the end zone. You think I'm kinda sweet and you wanna be friends though? It's cool though. Just don't try to play me for no fool, yo.
Yeah. Welcome to another edition of the Views from the Friendzone podcast. It's your boy Real Talk Marv. Happy Sunday. I'm gonna have my team introduce themselves, starting to the right.
It's newly single sensei up in here. What up? What up?
We already dropping the resume.
I shall not tell a lie. That's right.
It's your boy Cliff Brock Banam.
Wait, he wasn't even done.
Go ahead, Cliff.
We're gonna give him all show to sell his singleness, all right?
Amanda.
This is the beautiful, also single Amanda.
Oh.
We got some cuteness in the house today.
You know what I'm saying? So Amanda doesn't need introduction. This is like her fourth appearance.
Yes.
So she's borderline regular Views from the Friend Zone, staff and stuff,
Word.
Happy Sunday.
We're not going to
he's live on Instagram. Okay. We're not gonna talk about it, but Infinity Wars was crazy.
I must see.
But no spoilers. Next week, if you don't see it by next week, that's your problem. I'm gonna start talking about it.
Crazy if you ain't see it. Yeah.
But on a serious note, I want to do a quick little message. Yesterday I buried my childhood friend Amir Bey. We spoke about the tragedy of his loss about a little over a month ago, and I don't want to let his legacy tarnish. I don't want his name to pass. So, Google Amir Bey. There's still a GoFundMe out for the legal, to raise money for the legal research into the case, because the person who caused his demise, his fiance, was let go free after 4 days. Someone murdered someone, and they said that they found enough evidence for it to be self-defense. But we know if a black man would have killed a white woman, even if he had it on film that she was wilding out, they would have found some way to stick some kind of charges to that man. Yeah. So, Amir Bey, we're not going to let your legacy die. We're not going to let your name die. We're not going to let your flame be stamped out just like that without putting up a fight. So, the GoFundMe's out there, Google Amir Bey, and, rest in peace to our brother,
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
I'm going to get into the show. I don't want it to stay so heavy. And, the topic we're going to discuss first is friends with benefits, the do's and the don'ts. I always tell you guys how I'm in these Facebook groups, and, it's women that I have interaction with from all over the country, Colorado, Kansas, Louisiana, Texas, and then I love that fact that I get exposure to women all over the country who are single and stuff like that, and you hear perspectives. And then the thing that was crazy, the reason why I brought up friends with benefits was because they was talking about friends with benefits, and this just like, well, if the dude wants to be friends with benefits, he still have to pay my bills. And I'm like,
she had it all messed up.
I'm like, that doesn't even make sense. I'm like, do you know what friends with benefits mean? There's like, yeah, if he trying to lay with me, he got to pay a bill. But I'm just like, yo, it goes both ways. So are you paying some of his bills? So I was just like, you know what? I need to have a little editorial, a little research, a little open dialogue on what friends with benefits mean. So the first topic is friends with benefits, the do's and the don'ts. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to ask a sub question, right? And the sub question is, what are the basic rules for this arrangement? And we always like to have ladies first.
Oh, damn. Why I go
Because I think they need a definition on what friends with benefits is, because the game got twisted.
I don't know, because I feel like certain people, like, we all have different views on friends with benefits. For me, I would think friends with benefits would mean just have sex and get out of my house and see you later.
or we chill when we chill, but I'm not obligated to you. You're not obligated to me.
What's the difference between companionship and friends with benefits then?
Because
it's almost, to me now, it's sounding the same.
So I'll let them answer as well. My answer to that is companionship, right? It's like y'all building towards something. Y'all trying to figure it out kind of thing. Friends with benefits kind of have it outlined like, yo, to be honest with you, I'm not really trying to pursue more from you, but I enjoy our time. Our sexual chemistry is bomb. Let's make that work.
Right.
I don't have no obligation to you. I think the only obligation you have with a friends with benefits thing is just like, yo, if we fooling with other people, we have to be protected. We kind of have to be open with each other to let people know. I need to know what you got going on. I need to going on. I can't catch feelings about it. You can't catch feelings about it.
So a friends with benefits would never be anything more.
I mean,
And a
we'll talk
companionship
about
will.
we'll talk about the graduation of certain statuses, but the friends,
Just stepping up.
right? But the friends with benefits.
I think the friends with benefits is perfect for those who may not yet be ready to make that move, be in a relationship. You know what I mean? Because once you put the title on it, it may not be marriage, but even you building towards that, a relationship is it's work, and it makes some people feel like kind of pressure. It's a bit of pressure. You feel obligated to that person because y'all are together, right? The friends with benefits, there's no obligation. You know what I mean? You there for me when I need you. I'm there for you when you need me. But there's no like set label. Like you can't be mad at me if I'm not available. You can be mad at your significant other, they ain't available.
What
you know?
What you think about that, Cliff? With the friends with benefits, what's like the rules for that?
The friends and benefit rules is basically like we are sex partners. We got a connection, but we're not deep enough to go to the next step where you know that this is going to be a relationship. So basically, what it is we are partners in the bedroom, but my personal life, what you call it, does not connect with the benefit that we were doing friends and benefits. Because my personal life now you think it's going to be a relationship. It's something's going to lead to something.
But I
like
think
that.
if you sleep with someone, that's part of your personal.
No.
life.
Wait, is the friends
Personal-
with benefits? Are y'all both single or are y'all both in a relationship?
Now, that's a side
That's a
situation.
side
That's a
chick.
side
That's a
situation.
side
Okay,
situation.
There's levels
So-
to the
No, there's
relationship.
levels- no.
We're gonna
Be
talk
clear.
about that later.
Let me-
too.
let me-
We're gonna
let
talk
me-
about
Both
that later.
people are single.
Let me explain. Friends with benefits is a sexual partner that y'all agree on to both terms of, like you said. Only thing you should know is if you are having unprotected sex with somebody else because you don't want to be passing diseases back and forth. That's it. Friends and benefit, you shouldn't be going and asking me. You shouldn't be asking me questions to make me feel like we're going to be in a relationship. Because
You
that's
have to-
not what it is.
You have to get in
That's,
where you fit
yeah,
in.
get in where you fit in. Because once you start asking relationship questions, now you change the whole dynamics of what friends and benefits is. That's what I think.
You being the only woman on the panel, we need to have more of your perspective on what do you think is the basic rules of a friends with benefits.
Well, like I said, I feel like a friends with benefits is let's have some sex whenever I want you
Let
to
me
have
get my
sex,
pen out. Hold
whenever
on.
we-
Write this down. Whenever, just be available, right?
just be available for sex, and that's it.
Yeah,
And then I think companionship is like the step up.
Yeah.
We go to the movies, we do everything that couples do, but we didn't make anything official
I
yet.
think companionship is like a transitional status, right? Because
I've known friends that had companionships, and that's all it was, and it just.
Yeah.
So friends with benefits can't go out on dates? You said, or they don't? It's
They
not
should.
obligated.
Could.
they should, because this is my
Okay,
thing.
so then maybe I'm getting it mixed up. Maybe I'm talking about a booty call,
Yeah, no, because
and then the graduation.
because
up
let
from
me
that
tell you,
is
the
friends
key
with
word
benefits.
in the situation is we're friends.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like a booty call is like, you know what? To be honest with you, I'm not even sure if I want people to know that we know each other. But you can, you know what I'm saying?
That's real though.
That's
what I'm
real
saying?
talk.
I people shouldn't even know we on the same
Yeah, listen,
wavelength.
and listen,
If I see
and
you in the street, it's
in my lingo, it's called the hidden dragon.
Yeah.
You know, the hidden dragon.
Like your booty call, you see your booty call in the street, it's like,
That's a fact. When you a hidden
You might give
dragon,
him a
Give
head
a
nod?
booty call a head nod?
you might give them a head
Aw,
nod,
she's-
you might not. You know what I'm saying?
hidden dragon.
Your friends with benefits like, yo, boom, we both like Lauryn Hill. Let's go to the Lauryn Hill concert. We might
Okay.
bone after that. But you know what? But if I see someone fly at the Lauryn Hill concert, I might flirt. You might flirt and
That's
stuff
why
like
I can't
that.
have a friend, but
And,
no, I
and,
can't do
and
that.
we might be like, yo, did you bag that? And you give each other pounds and knowing because we're friends. But then at the same time, sometimes I got an itch and I need you to help me scratch it.
It's harder for women, I would think, to have a friend with benefits. Nah?
No,
Are we
I
getting
think
ahead
that's
of
ego.
ourselves?
No, I think it's ego, right? Because we always make it seem like it's women who cuff and stuff
I
like
was
that.
gonna-
Because no, once they get that, if you put it down right and you lay that pipe right to her, she's like, "This is mine." She
Oh,
don't
you
want
sound-
it.
You sound
know
like
what I'm
you're
saying?
experienced
But
in
no,
this.
but you want to know? I'm glad you brought that
We
up.
we willing. Listen, if we got a shorty that we dealing with, right, and we hit it, and we like, yo, it was real good. You know what I mean? But we can still say, she don't belong to me. You know what I mean? That's not mine. even though it was good, I may think about cuffing it.
Yeah.
But women like, oh, I ain't letting this
But
go.
friends with
you know?
listen, with friends with benefit, you got to be very careful, right?
You
Friends
do.
with benefit. Listen, even if you're a great sex performer, that's cool and dandy, right? But you can't be doing relationship shit to a certain extent to
But
switch.
I can
It's
go
hold
out
on.
on dates
It's about
for
yes, you
relationship
can. You
shit.
can.
So you can't switch that dynamics to where you
It's
make
the
it feel like
communication.
no. The communication is definitely key, but you can't do certain relationship shit where it makes it feel it's not friends with benefits anymore because now people get confused with that. I can't be pounding you out for 2-3 months and you know it's great sex and then all of a sudden you hit me with Cliff.
What are we?
No, Cliff, have a seat. You know it's been great for 3 months. It's been great for 3 months, you know, and I like what we're doing. We had chemistry's there. Why not give us a shot? See, that's where you fuck the whole dialogue up, because that's what I'm like, you know what? This is too heavy for me. You know what? I'm going to see you tomorrow and see if we can start over again. Because you just changed the game on me. Because now you think because I'm giving you great sex that it should be a relationship status.
This is why
You gotta have the rules,
Yeah.
and you
shouldn't
can't
go
change
out.
the
You gotta
dynamics.
set the rules from jump.
No, but
too.
Yeah.
I think you should be able to go out because you should be mature enough.
So hold your feelings inside.
You should be assured enough to treat the person, because you got to think about it. I don't want to get too deep, but you know, when you lie with someone, you exchange energy with that person. You kind of take some of that energy in.
I
You kind of
agree.
give some of that energy out. So that's why I said, if you're willing to lie with, like, don't get it twisted. Everybody in here, I can't speak for you as a lady, but everybody in here has those bad Wednesdays where it's just like, yo, you smashed something that was just like, you took a risk. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't something that you really wanted to build with, but you know, you did it just to scratch your knee. But I wanted to say
Did you say
something.
scratch the meat?
Scratch your knee.
Scratch the meat.
Maybe scratch your knee too.
Scratch
But
the meat.
I want to address something that you said, right? Because
happened?
you said, do you think women handle it better than men? And the reason why we always do that
say they don't.
stereotype where we say women catch feelings more than men do and stuff like that. But how many times you on the news and you hear the stories like, this one dude was just like, yo, he run up and kill Shorty and the guy that he's with, they're not together and stuff like that, but they were still sleeping each other and the dude won't let go.
I'm not saying dudes don't get mad possessive when they feel like she belongs to me or that's mine, you know what I mean? I'm not saying that doesn't happen. It definitely do. I'm just saying I see it more so with women that, especially if they get it good, they want to claim it. You know what I mean? They find it hard
But
to
it's
claim
not
it.
even. Listen, let me tell you something. It's not even that. It's sometimes. Listen, I'm married. And I want to put it out there. But no.
Every show.
I have to. Listen, there's some of my friends in the past when I was single or whatever. Woman, they was friends of mine. I knew if I took it to certain whatever, I probably could have had sex with them, because not only
like Kanye West.
but
I feel like
not even
sex.
cockiness or whatever, because I generally would treat them a certain way. You know what I'm saying? Just because. So you cannot, when you're doing the friends with benefit, get too emotionally attached. When you get emotionally attached with anything, what you call it, it becomes a real problem. It's not friends and benefits anymore.
I
Because
agree with that.
for both parties. Because I can't, for example, me and you can't be together and then all of a sudden we having great chemistry with what you call as sexual partners, and all of a sudden I'm like, you know, let's try something different. And then you're like, what's going on?
I got caught up. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
I got caught up before.
Everybody, you could get caught up, but
We discussed it. That's the thing. That's where I made the mistake, because when I started messing with Shorty, this was back in college. We discussed it. We both was like, you know, we're not really trying to get in a relationship, but we like spending time with each other. We had a great sexual chemistry, so we did that thing for a while, and then it was like,
Caught up.
I was like, yo, what's going on? I was like, I want you to be my girl.
I
You know what
remember
I mean?
that. And she was like, you effing the game up.
This honestly changed my life, because I never knew a woman could do that. I was like,
We know
'cause she
women
was
are
like-
savages too.
She was like, yo, nah. She was like, I don't want to be, but she was like, I don't want to be your girl. She was like, we can still do what we do. I like what we do, but I don't want to be your girl. And I was like, what?
I think it hurt men more sometimes,
so, yeah.
because a man always feel like this. A man's ego always thinks that, you know what, women are always looking to have a man in their life. So when the woman you dealing with says, "Yeah, your penis is good enough, but you as a whole ain't," you're like, "Damn."
Exactly. I was like,
Women are looking for her every
It might
day.
strike a nerve.
My penis and tongue is
But you know what? But
this
you see what I'm saying is that's where you fucking up the game up though, right? Because
I mentioned tongue.
no, not because you mentioned tongue. Is because
you gotta do all that.
now you
gotta
change
go in,
now you
right?
changing the whole dynamics of friends with benefits, right? Because
How?
no. You know what I'm saying? Now you're talking about building a relationship. Once you start talking relationship talk and y'all was just friends with benefit, it's a whole different ball game now.
That's
Because now you're putting real feelings into it.
No.
And listen, and that's where it get caught up at.
No, but I don't know if I miscommunicated. I was going off of the fact.
No,
that
I'm not saying that. That's what I'm saying is, with friends with benefits, you can be sex partners. You can date socially.
Yeah.
If I have a work event and I need a date, yeah, you can go to that. What you're going, but you can't start talking about personal stuff of where we lay at because friends with benefit, y'all might just be sex partners. You as a person as a whole, I don't really like you as
But
a
no, we're
listen,
friends, so you're gonna be speaking about stuff that's going on with you because you're friends first.
Yeah.
What
Yes,
happened to that
right?
after you proposed the relationship? What happened? Did she stop fucking with you?
No, like I said, she was on some real.
Like,
we
right
could still.
after
No,
that.
she was like, we can still do what we do, and it was like we had sex a couple times after that, but I was mad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
His
I was
ego
like,
was hurt. Let me move to the next question because the
But
next question.
eventually I was like-
The next question.
Oh wait, FYI, that ain't happening no more, right? So
you're not gonna
I'm
get
fine.
involved?
I ain't getting caught up like that no more.
So I'm going to swing to Amanda, and the next question is: have you ever been in that situation, and what made it end? So you kind of told us it kind of fizzled out because after she said,
That's my story.
"You're not good enough."
It does fizzle out.
You
after
feel
that.
like you wasn't good
So
enough?
have you ever been in that situation with the friends with benefit?
I have. I was in
And
that
what made it
situation
end?
before. He made it end. It was this emotional.
He wanted more.
Both of us were. Actually, neither one of us wanted more, but he just cut it off abruptly because he felt like he was getting too attached. So it just ended just like that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it left me heartbroken.
The only time I ever
I was
been in
right where you were.
a friends with
I
benefit
was sad.
situation, my only issue was I didn't like my placement in the rotation. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, was she a hoe?
The rotation.
Like,
Yeah, I don't want to know that there's a rotation.
No.
You sound like you was dating somebody who went to ABCD camp.
No, my thing about it was it's just like, you know,
Rotation.
I understood we wasn't going to be more than what we was.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I just think I wanted to see X Party more than X Party wanted to see me. So I was her bad Wednesday when I wanted like
But why did
2
you want
times
to
a
see
week.
her so more? Oh, you just wanted to see
I
her
wa-
just for sex, or you wanted to see more of her emotionally? Like,
Nah,
it sounds like...
that was the beginning of catching feelings. Now,
Yeah, like I wanted like, you know, it's just like, why don't you spend the night? You know what I'm saying? You don't got to bounce. And she's like, nah.
You wanted to cuddle with
I like cuddling. I'm a big teddy bear. I ain't gonna sit there.
that's
Friends
the
with a friends
thing.
with benefits?
That's the thing. I got it twisted because we was cuddling.
I
was sleeping in her
This is
dorm
why
room.
I said fuck and get out of my house because
Yes.
when you start cuddling,
That's a booty
That
call.
break-
You can cuddle with a friends with benefits.
you can
Nah, that's where it
You
goes
can't.
now.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Listen,
Actually, let me say
listen.
Let Cliff go and then I'm gonna say something.
Yo, you know what? I gotta tell my story about that. What you got? Yo, now, everybody talking about caught. I did. There was
You got
one.
caught up too?
Listen, I'm a
We
goon.
all
Hold
get
on,
caught
hold
up.
on. I'm
He's
a
a
goon.
goon.
I'm a goon. But I remember, I had this one chick. I remember, I was in what you call it. We was fucking whatever. She was in my sociology full class. She was Asian joint. She fucked me up because like I was listen. I know this is rated out. I was dicking her down crazy, but she would never talk to me in public.
Oh,
You was get out.
dirty little secret. You was her dirty little secret.
She's an Asian joint. Like,
heartless.
listen, no, we started off.
You,
we
my
was
friend,
cool.
was just
nah.
penis.
Nah, we was cool. We was cool. And
Never talked.
you would listen, like, I would see at all the hot spots, and I'm gonna do what's, I got swag, and niggas fuck with me. So she would see me and don't have no conversation. It would be like 2:30, and then she hit me up like, "Yo, I'm coming through." I ain't gonna lie, the shit was good. So I
I don't really want you here, but okay.
no.
Come through.
I just had the meals like, "Yo, I'm coming through," whatever. Boom. So whatever. It went on for a little while and stuff, whatever, boom. So one day, after, we did, I'm like, yo, what's up? Like, you don't say nothing to me in public. She's like, what's your problem? What's up with you?
She was a real goon. She was a real goon. She flashed you.
No. But the funny thing about it is, and my wife don't watch the show like that. My wife's met her.
Oh.
We went. Listen, no.
You just opened up a box.
No. She met her. She met her at a party, and I told my one thing about before I started dating. I told my wife, listen, I don't want to go to certain parties because I was sleeping with girls, because I didn't want to disrespect them. Vice versa, I don't want to go to parties in campus at high school when we was first dating because I don't know which football nigga or basketball nigga was pound. So I'd rather not even go to figure it out. So I told her. She listen.
Dudes like to look at you funny when they know they smashed that. They get on their rage.
Listen. But this is how sick people are. So I told her, let's not go to whatever. It's a bar called the Rat in Big Whatever, boom. So I said, what you call it? She convinced me to go. I said, babe, you're not gonna be happy. You know that bitch had the audacity to be all chimmy in my face now.
Oh,
she knew the one that never had no conversation. I was straight. What it was, she was like, "What's up? What's going on?" and all this.
Let me tell you, you always.
I was I was I literally wanted to choke slam her like the Undertaker.
Who cut it off?
I cut it off because it was borderline disrespectful. I thought I got a couple notes from her.
You felt used, didn't you?
But it was,
you felt used.
It was a disgusting situation because I asked him like, yo, what's up? It wasn't because I was the friends with benefit. I just wanted to be like, damn, like, do you really like? Can we have more than just She would literally call me after the bar. Yo, I'm coming through. It didn't matter. Yo, I'm coming.
You was
through.
like a human dildo for her, just like
Are.
I don't want you to speak. Don't speak. Shut up. Just give me what I want.
So
that was my story, but yeah, I got caught up before, I guess.
So the last question on this topic is, and you kind of brought it up, but do you think men or women are better at friends with benefits? What do you think?
Do I think which sex is better at friends with
who's
benefits?
better?
Well, actually, listening to all your stories, everyone's getting emotionally attached some way, somehow. So I would say it's even, but the thing about it is I don't think people listen. So let's just say if you're with a girl and you're like, listen, this is all I want and this is all, you have to really keep telling a girl that, or even telling a guy that, so you both could get it, like you understand, because sometimes I think you'll say it in the beginning and then you'll start doing relationship shit and then everyone forgets about what happened, or one person forgets about what they said in the beginning and the other one starts getting attached because it wasn't reiterated.
I wanna on top of what you said, kind of agree. I don't think men are better or women are better.
That's why I said it's equal.
But I think men more likely approach the friends with benefits thing, hoping that, we really laid out all the details and this is going to stay in. I think women sometimes more
needs a refresher.
No, I think women more times more accept the friends with the benefits
so
situation,
they can get to where they want to be,
thinking that their stuff is going to be so good that they're going to change the game.
Yes, because every woman thinks she got that.
Because a lot of times if a dude, men are more.
What?
Men are deceiving. I'm not gonna lie. Men are deceiving when it comes to trying to get the cookie. We know that. But men are more likely, right? Men are more likely to be like, yo, if I want her to be my shorty, I'm gonna come at her to be my shorty.
Yeah.
If I want to just be friends with benefits, most of the time it's just like, yo, I'm gonna kind of sell it to her like, yo, I don't need to trip, you don't need to trip, kind of thing. And men hope that doesn't change. But I feel like sometimes women, even in relationships, women see a man and think, you know what, he got potential, but I'm going to make him better, kind of thing. And the way that I meet you, I'm hoping that, yo, you can stay the same, plus give or take a few pounds, maybe a child or two, but hoping that you will stay kind of picture perfect kind of thing. But I feel like women feel like you're clay.
I just feel like what it is, women have more of a tough time not claiming something, even if you have that discussion. Like a man, if he wants you, like you said, he'll come at you like, I want you to be my girl, you know what I'm saying, and I'm gonna treat you like stuff from the jump, and it becomes a possessive thing. But women, like they say, they can front and be like, yeah, I ain't even feeling like that, but it's a facade, because ultimately they want you for themselves. You know, it's hard to share. Women don't share very well.
I don't share. That's why I think
Close this out real quick.
I'm gonna close out. I think it's harder for women because, see, men, like you said, will straight up say, "Yo, well, this is what I want. This is how I want to be in a relationship with her." Women are like, "Yeah, that's my boo. Yeah, we rocking out with a boom." So they'll give the attention to their friends, like, "Yeah, this is my dude. Like, what, you know, we're not in a relationship. I never told you we was in a relationship, but this is my guy." Guys, we don't play that. I don't be like, "Yeah, that's my whatever." It's either we in a relationship or I'm shorty cool. You know what I'm saying, like that. So I think it's harder for women to understand the friends with benefits thing when it comes to knowing the situation. With that kind of part, but
right.
You know.
So we're gonna move on to the next topic, and the next topic is kind of like the like there's levels to this relationship interaction thing, and the next thing is Mr. and Mrs. right now. A lot of time, like to me, especially in college, a lot of the relationships or the situations I dealt with, I wanted it to be here and now. You know what I'm saying? Like whatever is going on is like, you know, I didn't speak to anyone thinking that this might be my future wife. It was weird. In high school, I had crushes on girls like, yo, this might be my future wife kind of thing. And then I laugh at myself like, yo, you wanted to fall in love with everything. In college, I was just like, yo, this is my like, yo, I'm trying to get my numbers up. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get, you know, build my buzz kind of thing. So we're trying to, you know, discuss the like, you know, why do people stay in those kind of temporary situations? Now that we're in our 30s plus or our late 20s, we find ourselves in relationships where you got 5-7 years under your belt and you kind of realize I'm not going to marry this person, and that person kind of realize they're not going to marry you, but we kind of stay in it because we got history. You know what I'm saying? We don't want those gaps in our resume kind of thing, so we just deal with that. So the sub question is, how do you deal
gaps in resumes?
How do you deal with temporary relationships?
I don't want to go first.
Okay, I'll start it off on this. I got you.
You got me?
I got you.
Okay.
You don't deal in temporary relationships, man. It's a waste of time. And I feel like once you realize,
because who goes into it thinking it's
but that's the thing, you don't always
because
realize
friends and benefits, that. I think a lot of times
benefits. But I'm talking about not the friends and benefits, a real relationship.
But these temporary relationships, a lot of times are
then grow into
the after product.
I
of
never
a friends
go
with benefits.
Into something thinking temporary. I always think long term. I wouldn't mess with someone temporary.
And I don't think men do that at all.
But what he's saying is, if you even like have that long term view and you start dating somebody and you like, I'm gonna build with this person, I want to see what we can do in the future. When you get to that point when you say, I can't work with them, this is not gonna work. You know what I'm saying?
How long do you think it's gonna take to get to that point?
It depends. It can take a while. But
it depends how convenient the relationship was. A convenient ass relationship, because 3 years could sneak up on you. You like, holy crap.
Yeah.
But no, once you got that realization that I don't see myself with this person for the rest of my life, then it's like you gotta. I think you don't just end it. I think that's when you have a conversation with them, and you're like, maybe you can tell me something to change my view, because right now I don't see this going too far. And it's like if you don't see it that way, let's not waste each other's time. You know what I mean? If you see ultimately a decision is going to be made eventually, make it now. And things may be good in the relationship, but you realize this just ain't for me.
Like, you know, I'm not going to give up a name, but the person you dealt with at Lackawanna, that was definitely a temporary situation that lasted longer.
Yeah, it was.
Right? So what made you stay in it for so long?
I mean, I was still fucking other chicks.
Wait, how long was it?
I'm keep it one.
That's what'll keep you in a relationship.
Listen, I was still
you're having your cake.
I was still fucking other chicks when I was dealing with her.
How long were you guys dealing?
We was dealing with each other off and on for 2 years. I mean, more than that.
Bad.
Two years.
In college, that's a long time.
That's a long time.
Yeah, 2-3 years, whatever. But I was fucking other chicks, and she knew that. But what made me stay longer was, you know what? She was a good person. She was a great person. Right at that time, I was just a goon. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to figure it out. So the selfish part of me was like, yo, I'm not trying to have nobody else fuck her. So I'm going to keep her around still, too. Real talk.
I don't want to play with this toy, but I don't want nobody else to play with it.
I feel like guys
hold on. I was being real selfish with it. I'm gonna keep it 100. I was and then it's funny how when you start dealing with somebody, that person becomes 10 times better. Everybody else want to know what's going on. So the selfish part of me, like I said, I kept it around, because I knew it wasn't gonna be long term, but she was a great person, We had a great time, but at the time I was fucking other chicks, and
why wouldn't that be enough to say? When you think about it, you didn't want nobody else to have it, but you didn't really.
But I wasn't I wasn't mature enough to dialogue or dissect what's going on, and I wasn't at that space. I was still young. I was still in my goon days.
Okay.
So somebody is older, like now I'm in my 30s. I won't even. I'm married, but if I wasn't married, I wouldn't even play those games because that's how you get killed. You can't. No, real talk, because you can't be. Right now, you can't just be playing with people's feelings like that. No, real talk. If you know that it's a situation where you don't really
line between love and hate.
Listen, if it's a situation where you just really know you don't want to be with the person, just let them spread their wings. Because all you gonna do is get a hurt woman. Next thing you know, you find out she's like, oh, you want to play those games? Next thing you know, she fucking your man. You don't know what kind of dirty game she could be playing. Go ahead.
No, so I want to ask the next question on this is like, are these relationships better than just being friends with benefits, right? Because you kind of got a level of comfort because you guys kind of said like, you know what, we're in a relationship. But you kind of feel like, you know what, the person's not putting 100% in it, but you can say, you know what, I have a man. Or when you need to show up at that corporate dinner
that work
or something,
event.
You had that guaranteed person, or you have your guaranteed +1 for a wedding if a wedding happens.
+1 to a wedding and to a job situation is too much. It's too much.
For real?
Yeah, because you're meeting coworkers. If you're going to weddings, you're meeting families. Then why? I think that's too much.
When I think of these temporary relationships, right? Yeah. I think of.
She didn't. Let me see what she say.
No, but she gave me a response to what I was saying, and I'm trying to further elaborate. Like, Insecure, Issa Rae, and I forgot the
Lawrence.
When's that coming back? Can't wait.
It's I think July this year is coming back. But they was in a relationship that was just trekking mud. Like they felt they was each other's ride or die supporting, but in the end it was just like they was just treading water kind of situation. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like there's a comfort in saying that this is my boo, this is my person, even if you don't see them long term. So you don't think it's better to like, you know what, I can say this is my boo even though I don't think we have a future. You don't think that's a little better than the friends with benefits?
No.
What do you think?
Not at our age. In your 20s, you can do it. In your 20s, you can do it. You feel like you got forever.
I think it's a little better. I think it's a little better in terms of both parties because it's a little more security, right? It's a little more security because you feel like at least you might not be in a full blown relationship, but you have somebody to have that kind of companionship, and you value it a little bit more than friends with benefits. You understand? So y'all might not have the 100%. You know that person and you and that person not 100% together, but y'all 75. Like it's just not official tissue like that. So it's a little bit better than friends with benefits. That's my opinion.
So
I have a question for you two guys, the married guys, not the single man. Actually, you two.
I'm a divorcee. I did the married thing.
Divorcee.
I've been there.
No, this has nothing to do with being married. But I'm saying if you weren't married, would you ever get married again?
We didn't talking about that.
Okay.
We stay on.
So I just want to know this.
But if you what Erykah Badu called the bag lady. You know what I'm saying? He just carries the baggage and stuff.
I'm offended by that. I'm not sure what he means.
No. Carrying baggage? Okay, but if you guys weren't married at your age right now, could you have friends with benefits? Or you feel like you're too old for that you'll be looking for a wife if you weren't married?
I could have friends with benefits.
I'm Cuffy Combs. So that's why the friends with benefits stuff like that never really worked for me.
Marv is Mr. Emotional.
I'm Mr. Emotional. I put on a pedestal kind of do it. But when you reach when you reach my age, you know your faults, right?
Yeah.
I don't deal with anybody like the booty call kind of situation. Yeah. I don't deal with booty calls kind of situation. I like to put energy into the person that I'm dealing with. I don't mind effing up a bag to show someone that they're special, and that's the kind of person I am. I know that. So I'm not going to be with friends with benefits because I'm gonna make her feel like, damn, that's my man, or he trying to be my man. So I'm always gonna mess that scheme up.
That was. I could do that all day. If I wasn't married, of course I could do that all day. That was me. Like I used to.
At the age that you are now, could you do it?
I couldn't do it to the point where like I had even I have to have a conversation with females, and I'd be like, yo, she's a good girl. I hope she finds somebody. What you call a boom? No.
I hope she finds somebody.
No,
not me.
No, I'm never saying. No, I'm just saying. No, she's a good girl. I hope she finds somebody. What you call it? So, at this age, I'll be more compassionate about it, but I could still do it all day. You know what I'm saying?
Can I interrupt because I don't want to feel like, this is my best friend. I don't want to feel like I shaded you with the bag lady conversation, right? So I want to reiterate what I was trying to say, and then you can answer it, and then we can get back to.
Can I have some more juice?
Yes, you can.
All right, thanks.
Where's the juice? Okay.
Okay.
So when I say the bag lady thing, it's like the song "Bag Lady" was just saying, like, this woman is not moving forward because she's carrying too many things from the past. And I feel like when it comes to relationships,
you think that?
Give me 1 second. You don't let that current relationship fully reach its potential because you're carrying remnants of that last relationship. You don't clean break. So when you don't clean break, you carrying certain things to the next relationship, and you're hoping that you're going to fix certain things, but you never ask yourself why this relationship didn't work. You move to the next one, and you kind of carry that bag into the next relationship. And that kind of makes you not be able to. Is that true? He's smiling.
You just might be telling the truth.
Nah, I think the only reason recent relationships, the only reason it wasn't clean break is because if I have a child with someone, you can't completely break from it because y'all still got to see each other.
Yeah,
but outside of that, if I have a chick I'm dating,
you don't carry over emotions from past relationships to the current relationships.
No. I if anything, I feel like because a lot of times I'm the one that messed up in a relationship, and I'm like, damn, why can't I get it right? You know what I mean? I don't even blame them. I'd be like, yo, I gotta get this right. So I'm like, yo, I did this in my last relationship. I'm not gonna do this time. But at the same time, and me learning where I made the mistake, it depends on the kind of woman I'm dealing with. Like if she can see my growth or not. Because I feel like I'm growing in a sense. It's gradual, but I'm growing.
I feel like I'm getting real Dr. Phil with you. Right? I'm going to ask this last question.
Hey, listen.
I'm asking this question and then we can move on. So
this became like a...
Mark doesn't feel I'm relationship worthy. He feels like I'm somebody that should just be
because think about
single.
It. Even as even as Friendzone Marv, right? I'm like, damn. Yo, I couldn't sit there and continue to say, why these women always put me in the friend zone? Marv, you put yourself in the friend zone. Because you only accept, like, in business, relationships, whatever, you don't get what you deserve. You get what you negotiated. Dudes in the friend zone negotiated themselves in their friend zone stuff. Because if you drew a line in the sand and that line was crossed, peace you out.
A chick told me one time, we went to a bar, right? I was like, yo, let's hang out, let's go to a bar. Redhead, just so you know, set the thing. So she was like, yeah, I wasn't trying to mess with you like that. I was just basically gonna be a friend. We went to play pool, and I was just me. You know what I mean? And from that encounter, I guess she said, oh, she started to see me differently. You know what I'm saying? And she realized, like, I'm not out here to be in your friend zone or in the friend, I was trying to, you know what I'm saying? Just the facts. So
you say you're newly single, and I'm not trying to get like in your personal business stuff like that. But like, how much of it? When are you gonna say, you know what? Hi, I'm Michael Winfield, and I'm not built for relationships.
You said my government.
I was just about to say that.
Oh,
you tagged it.
Anyway, it's all right, Marv. You my guy, but you going in on me today. What do you say? What am I gonna say?
No, because it's just like, you know what? You try out the relationship thing. Works, doesn't work, kind of thing like that. So when are you going to say, you know what, it's my approach to relationships?
I've accepted the responsibility in most of my past relationships that I messed that up. It's crazy because I'm a Cancer, and as Cancers, we're very like emotional.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Very.
But at the same
No,
she just knows. But at the same time, we love hard, but we love ourselves hard too. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just like, I was single for 2 years before I got into my last relationship, and I just felt it was about time. But clearly, I could have waited a little longer.
I think you were single like.
Just because you getting some tail every now and again from other places, you single.
Yeah, but
Let's
you play good. Let me say, you play goon, but you a good dude too. You a good dude too. So you don't. I don't think any of the women that you have in your situation, even the women that you just smashing, feel like Mike is just about the pee and he out kind of thing. You make all the women feel good.
I want everybody to feel love.
Oh God!
You see, all right. So let me ask this one last question so we can get to the last topic.
Shout out to the Queen Stevie J,
The good guy. Hey,
the Queen.
the good guy.
And I feel like this is where a lot of dialogue or a lot of situations get effed up. So I want you to answer this question. Can you train a person to graduate to permanent status? The temporary relationship.
I don't believe you can train anybody.
The person who don't lack the skills to completely be the one.
No.
Can you upgrade them? Can you?
You can. I feel like you cannot. I know some people, they've probably been in relationships for years and say, "Oh, I train them." No, you can't train anybody. First of all, we're not animals, so you can't train an animal. Second of all,
I train is a bad word. I don't know if
I
it's
hate the way you use that. But you can mold. It's molding somebody to you. No, go ahead.
Yes and no. I mean, I've seen people, that I know that women have molded their men and they're married and they're happy. I guess it all depends on the person because I'm not willing to mold. I feel like sometimes when you do that mold, that's not who they really were. And then years later, they don't even want to be that mold themselves. And then they want to go back to
it's like that
same person that they were.
You can mold. You definitely can mold though because
I think you have to mold.
Yeah, my wife molded me. When she first met me, I was a goon. I was in these streets. I was a goon. The real talk, even before we started dating, I told her straight up, I said, listen, if you're going to try to be my girlfriend, I need about 4 or 5 months to clear this area up.
Damn.
To clear this area up.
That's real talk. I told her real talk. I said, listen. And she was coming from New York to Binghamton.
I'm right in the middle.
Maybe if someone
I'm right
wants
in the
to be
middle.
molded,
Hold on. She was like, I was like, yo, I'm going to need 4 or 5 months because I'm like, yo, I'm gonna need time.
You need the detox.
I need to get rid of the people that I'm talking to or whatever.
All right, so then let me rephrase this. Then I feel like maybe you could if the other person is willing to be.
If
molded.
the person is willing to.
But that's what it
is. If a woman or a
is.
man is not willing, then it's never going to
When
work.
you say I'm committing myself to you and we're going to be in a relationship together, nobody is perfect, and some people believe in soulmates. That's bullshit. There's no soulmates.
Oh, you don't believe in soulmates?
No, I do not. There is no perfect match.
Yeah.
There's not. It's like a puzzle. There's a perfect piece to fit,
Robert,
right?
His wife,
There's a perfect piece to fit, but in a relationship, y'all not gonna be perfectly fit for each other. What happens is she commit to making herself fit with you, and you commit to making yourself fit with her, and that's the molding. It's not about I'm changing you, because that sounds horrible.
I want to answer what she just said. I want to keep it 100%. Me and my wife are perfectly imperfect.
Okay.
So it's just like our faults. We both have faults. We both have things and stuff like that. And I think
I know how to work through them.
Know how to work through them. It's just like what. I feel like the stuff that I'm weak at, she's learned to accept it and help me improve on. And I feel like, to be honest with you, you would think as a man, the communication thing would be where it was just like I had to learn to communicate and stuff like that. I feel like because my wife is older than me and she was just single and independent for such a long time.
It's hard to get in a relationship when you're used to being.
I feel like
you're comfortable by yourself.
Even though she had my wife and my wife
So
is
it's
when I
gonna
get
be
in her
hard.
business.
It's gonna be real hard.
My wife
for
getting
me
in
to be
business, but my
relationship.
wife had long-term relationships. But I feel like I was the first man who was just like, look, I got you. Thick or thin, rainstorm, sun, I'm always going to protect you kind of thing. And I'm not trying to get over on you. I'm not trying to be slick and stuff like that. I got you. And it takes a while to really deal with that when you've just been saying, I'm going to hold myself down alone kind of thing. You know what I'm saying?
Aww.
No, I didn't mean it to get thank you, but I didn't say that because I just feel like, you kind of got to learn these things.
I learned
so I feel like the temporary situation could change when you change your vision.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm answering the question. I think the temporary situation could change when both parties see that it's time to change it, because you can't.
That's true.
Both parties, both parties.
The man think this is perfect, but
both
the woman
parties
feels
got
like
to
they need
see
to
it's
improve
time
it
to
right first
change it, right? Because listen, I've been with my wife for 10 years. I've been married for 4 years. Trust me, it was a lot of storms, right? But as the relationship go, when you meet somebody at 21 and now y'all 32, 33 together, which you should never say her age, but she 33. Fuck it. Old head now. When you meet I don't care. When you meet somebody in their 20s and y'all build to your 30s and what you call it, it's a lot of growing going between that 10-year gap. Y'all go. When I first was dating her, I used to argue back and forth. It's a lot of little things I do. Now, I know what triggers her. I just say, you know what? More.
Avoid that landmark.
More. Let me get out of here. You know what I mean? Stuff is getting kind of crazy in here. You know what I mean? Me, Bella, we about to get out of here because I know what triggers that. So it's all about you could change when both party wants to change. Got to be willing to accept.
I agree with that.
Going back to what you said, that's one of the things that I think I learned now from my failure in my most recent relationship. Me being so independent, and I enjoy my alone time too much, so it makes it hard to be with somebody because they always there.
Is it really such thing as too much though?
What do you mean? Is this
you enjoy your me time? I enjoy my
Mike
me
is
time.
Teen Wolf. You can't cave Teen Wolf.
I enjoy my time by myself.
Why is
so
that? Is there such thing as too much?
When I want you here, you here. When I want you going,
So let me. You ain't gonna try. Before we move on to last topic, I want to pass the hat to Amanda. You said you wanted to talk about something with the fetishes. So I want to give you a little time to do that before we.
Okay. Have you guys, or do you guys think that certain fetishes are weird? Like, what is the weirdest fetish that you ever came across and you think that's weird? I'm gonna give you an example. I was watching porn. Yes. And I came across something, and I was like, what is this? This lady's blindfolded. Okay, so I pressed play. She had the blindfold on. The guy had turtleneck dick.
So he's uncircumcised.
He's uncircumcised. Okay. They call it turtleneck dick now. She peeled the skin back. No, he did. And she's still blindfolded. She has no idea what's about to happen, supposedly. And he had stuff around it, and it was called. And I just turned on.
You didn't clean
Smegma?
Smegma.
Yeah,
I didn't even know what it was called.
Yeah, I heard about that.
I was grossed out. I ended up turning.
I don't know what that is.
That's dirty.
And I found out that it's a fetish. Like people
Smegma,
actually
she wanted to lick it.
Smegma fetish. She was blindfolded. She licked it. First, she smelled it, and she was like this, like she was backing up.
The worst fetish is 2 girls, 1 cup.
I think the worst fetish is that smegma shit.
Nah.
2
girls.
Yeah,
Everybody know the history of 2 girls, 1 cup.
That fetish shit threw me off. Like, that's
what's with the eating
shit.
ass epidemic?
That's
Why does people like to
that's
eat
how I felt
ass
it
so
threw me
much
off.
these
Threw me
days?
off.
Y'all some ass eaters? Y'all some
I
ass eaters in
didn't
here?
quiet when you said that.
Huh? Cause
What you mean, ass eaters?
What do you mean? What I mean, ass
Oh,
eaters?
you accent?
Y'all
Yo,
ass eaters.
why does it sound like Tupac? R. Kelly, but R. Kelly said, "What do you mean, young girl?"
Hold up.
Are you talking about 18?
Hold on.
What do you mean, young girl?
Hold on. First of all, don't mention me. I'm a class act. Don't mention me and R. Kelly.
I like eating booty. It tastes like
Ain't
nutter
nothing wrong
butter.
with that.
Booty tastes like nutter butter.
I will please a woman as many different ways, but I don't need to do that.
Do not put me and R. Kelly in the same sentence. Please do not
And
do
then
that.
the dudes who receiving.
That's kind of
So
crazy
wait a
too.
minute.
Questionable,
Your fetish
always.
you can't understand is ass eating.
Yeah, it seems like it's an epidemic these days.
Okay.
It's
and what's
becoming,
your fetish that you can't understand, or that you feel is gross?
The furries. What about the furries?
The furries. What the hell's the furries?
The ones who like to dress up like furry animals. And, you know that
What kind of sick shit?
What? All right. So what fetish? What fetish that I think is a no bueno is like there's dudes who don't think it's gay that they let their woman put a strap on and go to town on them, and they don't think they're gay.
Wow.
That
It's
that.
a
You
woman.
know people like
because
this?
it's a woman doing it.
Listen.
I don't know people personally,
They
but
comfortable in telling
it's
you
a
that?
thing. It's a thing.
Yeah.
Nah, that's too far.
You want to? And I'm going way back. That was a segment on Real Sex. Remember Real Sex on HBO?
I used to
That's
love
my
that show.
joint.
Yeah.
I love that. And
We
that
sound
was
like perverts.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my show.
People
We was
taking
like
it too
18 back
far.
then.
Like
Nah, that is just the the fetish you was talking about, that's absolutely disgusting.
Yo,
That's too far from me.
nasty.
That's
I
what I'm
just
saying.
stopped
If
watching.
you
Wait,
letting
wait.
a girl,
Watch this anymore.
my college roommate freshman year, he told me how he let this girl toss his salad, and I was like, okay, that's a start of something bad because you letting her stick her tongue in your butthole. First of all, I always think, what kind of
I
position,
never had it
what
done,
kind of
but
position
I'm not
are you
gonna-
in?
I'm not gonna
as the
tell a
man?
man-
What you kind of position
You gotta
are
do
you
the
in?
Captain
Are you
Morgan.
laying
You gotta do
down
Captain
with
Morgan.
your butt
You put-
popped up?
You put
Or
one foot on the bed, Captain Morgan. Nah, I don't know. I never had it done.
I was about to say.
I never had it done, but Captain
Nah.
Morgan.
You gonna say to yourself, I like that. So let's see. Now it's gonna be the anal beads next. You're gonna be like, come on, honey, let me stick those in there.
Oh, that's another
Then it's
fetish
like-
that I had women tell me about.
Anal
Dudes who
beads?
want women to put a thumb
Thumb
up
in
their
there.
ass while giving them oral sex. That's no bueno.
That's fucking crazy.
Those are crazy ass.
Yeah.
So let me. Do you have any other questions on fetish? Because we only have like 10 minutes. I want to
What is your
hit
fetish?
the last. Ooh. It got to be food and sex. I can see a man that incorporating food.
Ooh, are you gonna eat?
My
Are you
wife.
getting eaten?
When I say I can see Amanda
She wanna
incorporating,
have a snack.
let
while
me
she
take a
is the
step
snack.
back. She's a foodie, so that's why I said that. I'm not saying I visioned that. I'm just saying she's a foodie.
Yeah.
But
I am a foodie. Yes, my fetishes I would never talk about, only with the person that I'm with. But it's pretty great. It's a great fetish.
how you gonna bring up the fetish conversation and then be
Yeah,
vanilla
and
about it?
and
Wah, wah. All right, so the last question, and this is like a unorthodox kind of thing, but let's keep it 100, right? So the last topic is it better to cheat or to break up? And this is why I say that. Like, we both been in our woman 10 plus years. I've been with my wife 10 years. You've been with your wife even longer than I've been with my wife, right? So we got 10 plus years in the game. And I'm not sitting there saying if you find out your wife cheating that, you know, you shouldn't break up kind of thing. Because sometimes certain things wasn't there. But let's be honest. Do you think it's better to, like, cheat or just completely break up? Like, would the cheating be the complete breaking stone kind of thing? Because sometimes I think it's better to, like, let a cheat situation go than really destroying, ripping up the fabric. Because sometimes cheating is an isolated situation, or there's a reason for the cheating. I know people can say this. So let me ask the sub question, then y'all can go at it, right? So, would you prefer to be cheated on rather than break up in general?
I don't want to be cheated on. Break up with me. I'll get over the broken heart of you breaking up with me. But cheating is like
What has been your longest relationship, time-wise?
5.5 years.
Okay.
That's wow. That's a long
So
time.
during that 5.5 years,
Yeah.
right? Did the person you dated ever cheated on you?
I don't have like evidence, but there were like cheating situations.
So when you
on.
felt that, and you kept going on, you kept
I
right.
don't keep going on after that.
So once you felt that way, you ended it.
Hell yeah.
Wow.
Yep, absolutely.
So-
It's,
but
I'd
I'd rather you break up with me than cheat, or I'd rather break up than cheat. So
You got 20 years in a relationship with someone.
you cheat on me, I'm gone. We talked about this.
I'm explaining
episode
why it's
29.
only right that you break up better. You can't. A relationship can't be
I find as a
sustained.
man,
I cannot be physical with someone.
I don't
knowing that
believe you believe that. Yo.
You don't believe I believe that?
No.
What?
my God.
What?
So you telling me you cheated and
If
you
I-
expected the relationship to completely end with
if
no
my
working on it?
woman said, because there's always the potential of getting back together. But if my woman said to me, "Oh, I cheated on you," now it's in their head.
Exactly.
It's always gonna be in
Yeah,
their head.
psychologically
It's always gonna be in
fucked
your
up.
And it's like you
Yeah.
can say, "I forgive you, I
Yup.
forgive you, I'm gonna forget,"
No,
but you can't. If she says, "Well, I feel myself about to cheat," or "I want to see other people, so let's end this," then I'll be like, "All right, I appreciate you for keeping it real with me. Maybe we can get back together, and I'm not gonna think about all the dicks you sucked or whatever you took while we wasn't together, even if we get back. But if you did that while we was together, I can't trust you."
Yep.
And that's the thing.
Absolutely.
I can't trust you.
That's
No matter.
why I said
And I've
it's
dealt
over.
with women who I've cheated on, and they always say, "Well, if you stop doing that, then I'm gonna get past it." No, you're not gonna get past it. And they
But
lie
you-
to themselves.
You
and they lie to them.
you can't cheat and get forgiven and expect that you can walk around with that same swagger. And that's the problem. Dudes cheat, women forgive, you be on your good behavior for 2 weeks, and then you back to being an asshole. That's why you always get reminded because
So
you,
now I gotta
you
become a
caught
different
post-traumatic
person.
stress syndrome.
So now I gotta become a totally different person.
You have to become a different person when you cheat. If you're the same person that you were when you cheated, then that's why your relationship don't work.
You're the same person, but minus the cheating.
Honestly, no.
She loved you the way you was.
Okay.
Question: do you think it's better to cheat and forgive, or you just think it should just break up off for cheating? Because this is
Break
this
up
is
off
thing.
for cheating, or
Look at what you have invested. You have 10 years invested.
So
You have a child.
should've cheated if you had 10 years ago.
I'm saying cheating works both ways. I know your ego is gonna say if your wife cheat, you're going kind of thing. If you got caught slipping cheating stuff, you think that your wife should just end your marriage and not be forgiven?
no. Listen,
That's what I'm saying.
No, I'm listen.
Keep it
I'm gonna keep it 100.
Right.
The 20-years, my 20-year-old in my 20s, I probably would have said, "Man, fuck that. She can hit the road." Now that I'm a parent, I look at things totally different. I ain't even gonna lie. Listen, if I call my wife cheating, what you call it, physically, it's probably over between us. But I still gotta be like,
You
damn.
said physically?
No, I mean it's gonna be over between us.
Oh, I think
If I,
you were-
like-
okay.
So you'll stay.
I don't
for the strength of the family.
for the
but you
family
guys will be
aspect,
physical.
but we wouldn't be together like that.
And
like,
that's
it
never
would-
gonna work,
No,
man.
it
Is
works.
that a way to
That's
live, though?
that.
Is that a way?
We
to
would
live?
we wouldn't be
I always say
together.
there's stipulations because I'm not an ego driven person. Like if I found out my wife cheated now, I would be hurt and I probably would end. But I need to have the conversation on the same where the cheating came from. Did I cause?
Where I
Did,
went wrong?
did I cause? Did I literally make you run into another man's arms? Was I really effed up to you that caused that kind of situation? It's still gonna hurt me, but then I gotta realize, like, yo, I have some blame into it.
Honestly, I don't know. I think it might be better to break up. You're right though, because the cheating. I think I have to agree with what Mike and a minute said, because it's better to break up because. I ain't gonna lie, you physically that's always gonna be in your mind, so the relationship is never gonna be the same. You're gonna be like, damn,
Never
like
be the same again.
she really did this.
She gonna
You know what I mean?
punish
So
you.
All right, so let me ask the next question: can a hall pass with stipulations keep things spicy?
I thought you said whore pass.
Hall,
That's pretty much what it is. a
Whole-
whore pass.
Pass.
Exactly. Nobody's getting a hall pass with me. Like I said, I'm very selfish. Once it's my dick, it's my dick. You can't. What's the point? Why are you going?
Hall
so low?
passes are no good no more. Let's just bring somebody else in, right?
No.
Oh, I thought we was on the same
Nobody
page
comes
there.
in.
I mean,
It's just our genitals together.
I think people who are mature enough, like my
I don't
wife,
think
my,
it's
my wife
maturity.
always
I'm
says,
not sharing.
my wife always says, threesome no, hall pass no. She shuts it down. There's not a conversation.
Yeah,
Stuff like
it's
that.
not-
And I get
she's
it.
like me.
I get it.
No.
You know, but
They
I
go to
feel like
swinger
for people,
parties. What about the go to swinger
But I feel
parties?
people who
That's
can
another.
negotiate, Like I said, in every relationship or transaction, you don't get what you deserve, you get what you negotiate. I think those people who are mature enough to negotiate the hall pass and
I don't
stuff
think
like
it's
that, or to
maturity.
looking the other way, I think at the same time, like, yo, me and you are dope. We have something solid and stuff like that, but I understand that, you know, there's maybe times that you want to step out kind
A
of thing.
hall pass is lazy on the person that is allowing it, because you're essentially saying, I can't give you what it is you want, so I'm going to give you a pass to go out
Every
there and get
woman
it.
who's married
You know
to
what
an
I mean?
athlete and an entertainer
Yeah.
knows she's giving out a hall pass.
that's a fact. That's a fact.
Every woman who's married to a man who's a millionaire
That's why
and you're not
they're
getting that
married.
same bag, you know you're giving out a hall pass.
Fuck the athlete
It's
entertainer.
either you
Listen.
publicly look the other way, or in your mind you be like,
Yeah,
nah,
yeah.
he's not doing nothing.
LeBron has never cheated on Savannah. Never. Never would.
Yeah.
That's what you want to believe.
No, but
But this is my thing.
But-
I'm saying, if you gotta do that, like, if you're an athlete, entertainer, why get married?
Thank you. Exactly.
'Cause you
And
still
why
want-
get
You just
married?
finished telling me, why are you getting in these relationships? Why don't you stay single? Maybe relationship's not for you.
Yeah, Mike,
If you
stay single,
but
Mike,
you
be a
you know
whore.
what you know
I
what
don't wanna
get
be a
no
whore. I
take
just-
it listen taking a whole pass and what you call it and you saying why to get married. This is what you call you take a whole pass because you just want to have that fun for that situation. You get married because you want a foundation. You want to build something for life. So you might take the whole pass and do something with that person, but you don't want to have nothing
But that's how
Long
life is.
time was.
Life
If
is
your wife-
evil.
for
You
either
can't
one of
have
you,
both.
If your wife gave you a hall pass, would you take it?
Ooh. Good question, Amanda. Good question.
Gotta answer first, man.
Come right out. You go first.
If my wife gave me the whole pass, would I take it?
Ooh, would you take it?
I would only take the whole pass if it had to be someone dope, because my wife is gonna know. Like, for instance, like Rihanna or Lauryn Hill, which is weird, right? Because Rihanna and Lauryn Hill, you never put them in the same kind of thing like that.
Talking about outrageous hall passes.
I'm
Everybody has
talking
gone to relationships where you get a buy.
I'm not
That's
gonna,
not a hall pass.
I'm
That's
not
a
gonna
buy.
take a hall pass when
For
my
a
wife is
regular
just like,
woman?
my wife is just like, I know her. I know you think she's cute. Go have a hall pass. No, because that is too common, too limited. The hall pass would have to be something special.
No,
for me to say
but
that I would
answer
take
the
it.
question when she asks you, not like celebrities.
Thank you.
Take
He's
the whole
getting
pass.
he's avoiding this.
Are you taking it?
If my wife willingly came to me and say, "Hey, here you have a hall pass," it's a trap.
It's a trap because she
Run.
wants the
Get
hall
out.
pass.
Exactly. Or she's trying to
She wants
excuse something she did. So I would never trust it, to be honest with you.
You? I have another question. It's a quick question.
I'm gonna answer the question. That ain't never gonna. My wife is Dominican, and they the most selfish when it comes to that. So I wouldn't take the whole pass because I know the consequences would be very bad for me.
Okay.
If
So I
the
wouldn't
consequences weren't, though, if she
If the consequences wasn't, and she was.
say something happened and she just couldn't. She's like she's forbidden from having sex anymore, and she's like, I don't want to put you through this. You know what I'm saying? And you don't deserve this, so I want you to go out. Like I'm saying she's genuinely serious about giving you a whole pass and no consequences.
You gotta say all that shit just to get him to answer this question, right?
No consequences.
He's like, what
Yeah,
if
'cause-
she's on her deathbed? She's
No,
dying, she can't breathe.
You know what? Honestly, I wouldn't take it because I know it would damage our relationship.
Okay.
She was that's the reason why. I know you got to know the party you're with.
Mm-hmm.
She's very like dominant when it comes to, and she's possessive. Because she worked hard to be with me, right? Not to say just to be in our relationship. I should say just be with me, to be in our relationship. So I know it would physically damage her if I took the whole path. So I wouldn't do it.
I have a quick question about threesomes.
This is the last question,
Oh,
then
go
we got to
ahead.
close it out. No, go ahead.
All right, so I hear a lot of guys talk about threesomes, two guys, two girls and one guy. What if your wife, if you had a girlfriend, wanted to have a threesome
With two guys and then
with two guys?
That's always how my wife ends the threesome conversation. I'm like,
Exactly.
would you entertain a
Y'all
threesome?
can't
She's like,
take it.
yeah. She's like, yeah.
You guys would
She would
not
go.
agree
She
to
would.
that.
She would joke and say, yeah, you and Idris Elba. I'm like, I'm not fucking having no threesome with goddamn Idris Elba. So I'm gonna walk away feeling bad about myself from a threesome.
But it's not the
No way.
same. You can't. It's not the same because y'all women will look at each other, y'all touch each other's tits and look at her ass. The guys are not going around. Oh,
All
grab
women
his
have a
dick,
little
let me slap his ass.
lesbian.
Y'all all got that. Y'all be like, ooh, you looking good,
Yeah,
girl.
yeah,
I don't
what
walk
if-
up to
no,
my
no.
boy
What
and be
if
like,
she said-
oh, you looking good today,
And
homie.
slap him on the nuts.
You know what I'm saying? We don't do that.
What if
Y'all
you said
do
you didn't
that.
have to touch him? I just
No.
want to be touched by him.
No.
No.
Hell
I don't want nobody
fucking
touching
no.
your girlfriends. That's what that is.
Because-
Your wives.
No.
and
I don't need
girlfriends.
nobody to. I don't
That's
need to
what that
watch another dude make you make the faces that I'm supposed to make. You
Oh,
make.
but she's supposed to watch another woman.
Because a woman appreciates
No.
another woman's body. Ain't
Yes.
nothing about a man's body I appreciate.
But what if
I
she-
don't appreciate balls.
Yes.
I don't appreciate penis. I don't appreciate none of that
What if
shit.
she just wants to be pleased by two guys at once? You don't have to touch the guy.
No, sir.
See, that's not
Nah.
right. It's no ma'am.
I physically.
It's a man's world.
No,
You wouldn't even want that, would you?
I'm selfish with my guy.
If she presented that to me in the first place, the first question I would ask her, I'd be like, "Yo, like, you not happy?" Because
all right then, so that's how she's supposed to feel. If a guy ever proposes a threesome to a woman, I would.
But
feel that way.
communication-
This is how you do it. You let the woman choose the woman that's going to be in the threesome. And that's
The
how it
woman
works
wants
out.
to choose the man. See, that's
Nah.
y'all are messed up.
well, it's not gonna happen.
I've never been a train guy. You got to be a train guy, I think.
I've been a conductor.
He's a train guy.
I'm not a train guy, but I've been in the
I'm
train.
not a
situation.
train guy.
I've been a conductor.
You got to, yeah. If I'm gonna be on the train, I got to be the conductor.
I've been
I'm
on
not
the
bringing
E
up the
train to the
caboose.
F train to
Yes,
I went to the World Trade Center last
the
stop.
A train to the J.
Man,
I've been a conductor.
We're
of
running
the
out of
trains.
time. That's the end. So,
you.
Another good episode.
You gotta know how to
Great
conduct,
show.
though. Everybody can't be a conductor.
Amanda
you were
brought it
amazing,
today.
like,
Yeah.
as always and stuff like that. So I'm gonna let
Great
you
question.
shout out anything you got going on before we wrap up.
Just shout out to the people that I'm close to, that I love, and that's it.
I'm gonna keep it short, but I definitely want to say, like, if you having problems with your friends, or make up, you know, because life is too short. Like, we literally buried our friend yesterday, and seeing him in that open casket, it was emotional. It felt like I had to go up there and say good things about him, and not just to say good things, because I was literally the last friend to see him, you know, and it hit me hard because I was just like, he was a good dude, you know, he was a good dude. So that situation helped me build another situation to be friends with somebody I wasn't talking to for 2 years, and we literally be talking now. It ain't the best.
It ain't the same, but
it ain't the same. But we had a good space right now. Like I said, life is too short, you know.
Yeah. Life is too
Too short, period. So if you got, you know, if it's not that deep, make up and be friends, man, because you never know who's in the last conversation you have with somebody.
Same thing goes with relationships. We speak a lot about relationships here today. If you feel like that person is not for you, don't just stay in it because it's convenient, man. Try to find your happiness, even if you fail.
Don't waste
Try
people's
to find
time.
it.
Don't waste
people's time. We only got one of these things called life. You know, live it up.
Like I'm always gonna say, you know, real quick, I'm reading Charlemagne the God Black Privilege book, and it's a really dope book, and I'm gonna pass it on to you guys when I'm done. And it just tells you, like, yo, you have to create the opportunity that you want, no matter what it is. If you want to be a dope ass barber or whatever, you have to put yourself in the position to shine, because people aren't out here giving an opportunity. So like I always say, go out there, chase your legacy and not liabilities, man. Make your name mean something.
Peace.
Views.
Friend zone. I'm trying to reach the end zone. You think I'm kinda sweet and you wanna be friends though? It's cool though. Just don't try to play me for no fool, yo. Views from the friend zone. I'm trying to reach the end zone. You think I'm kinda sweet and you wanna be friends though? It's cool though. Just don't try to play me for no fool.